Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. We're in the kitchen today. And Angela Kay, her brain kind of works overtime. Sometimes I'm in smart in the kitchen. And so what she's done today is, she's like, well, I like banana bread, but I like pancakes, so why can't I make banana bread pancakes? I said, okay, why can't I eat some banana bread pancakes? So she has to make them first, but what we're going to do is she's going to show you how to make some banana bread pancakes. All right, here she is.
Here we have 3 overripe bananas. You want overripe.
Not insanely, but something.
Yeah, the ones that are starting to spot and have some brown on them, that's what you're looking for. If they're a little farther than that, they'll still work. Anything that you would use in banana bread. And these are just 3 regular size bananas. And you want to start mashing them up. But what will make your life easier when you're mashing them up is to go ahead and add your sugar, because it works as an abrasive and helps to mash better. So for your sugar, you have 1/4 cup of packed light brown sugar.
Packed really hard.
I figured brown sugar would work better in this. It would go better with the flavor of the bananas than white sugar would. Now, if you don't have brown sugar, you could use white sugar.
But it's going to be different.
But it's going to taste different. It's going to taste a lot different.
Probably not bad, but different. Probably sweeter.
Sweeter, that it won't have the depth of flavor, yeah. Because that's what I was going after here, was a depth of flavor.
Yeah.
So, and to me, brown sugar and bananas goes really well together. It's okay if you still have some chunks of banana. It's going to go really well in the pancakes. So to this, you are going to add 2 large eggs.
2 beautiful eggs.
Yes. That's a Bella and a Maggie egg.
Good girl. All right.
Now, stir those in really well. You don't want any, at this point, you haven't added your flour, so you're not overworking gluten or anything like that, so you can just stir it around really vigorously. But you want to get all that egg mixed in. You don't want any streaks of the egg white in there, because they will curdle in your pancakes. You don't want that. So now we are going to add 3 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter. You can add salted if that's all you have, but you need to cut back on the amount of salt that you add later. But you want it melted and cooled just a little bit so that it doesn't start scrambling your eggs. If it's really hot, it could start scrambling your eggs. So now we have, this is 1.5 cups of milk, and the reason it looks a little funny, there's a teaspoon of vanilla in there. I'm using whole milk. You get a richer flavor with whole milk. If you don't have whole milk, you can use 2%. It'll work just fine. I just don't think I would recommend skim for this, because I think it would make them a little too watery. Now, over here, for our dry ingredients, we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. If you use salted butter, cut that down to about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now, the only reason I have them pre-measured is for videoing purposes. You can add all of this straight into your mixture. You don't have to measure it separate. This was just for videoing purposes. Now, I'm going to use my wax paper as a funnel, and I'm going to dump in about 1/2 of that and mix in about 1/2 of it at a time, so that it makes it easier to mix in. Now we've got all the dry ingredients mixed in. At this point, in your banana bread, if you like nuts, you can add some finely chopped walnuts in here at this point. If you like cinnamon in yours, you can add just a little bit of cinnamon. I like my banana bread just plain, so I'm making it more like I like my banana bread. Now remember, these are not going to be horribly sweet. They're not going to be sweet, like really sweet like banana bread, because you're going to put syrup on top.
Right.
So you don't want to overkill with sweetness. So I'm doing mine on a griddle. You can do them just in a skillet on the stove, but I like to use a griddle. Now you want to grease up your griddle or your pan any way that you like to do it. Just make sure there's a light sheen, not puddled up. And now we will scoop out our batter. Make them as big as you want, as big or as little as you want them.
And you can do this on a pan and on the stove if you want
Yes.
to. Right? It's no big deal. Just happen to enjoy doing it on a griddle because you can do so many at one time.
Because I can do, on my griddle, I can do 4 at one time in the size that I'm doing them.
Yep.
Now, I will tell you this little tip while I'm doing this. This is way too many, this is gonna make way too many pancakes for me and Jason.
Yeah.
The good thing about making pancakes is that you can freeze them.
Freeze whatever you don't
They
use.
freeze beautifully.
Yep.
What you will do, you will let them cool completely till they're completely cool. Then you will put a piece of parchment paper between the 2 layers. Otherwise they will freeze solid together and you can't get them apart. Then you can take them out, heat them up, and you've got a quick breakfast.
Yep.
Okay, when they start getting bubbles on the top and they start to look a little dry around the edges, that's when you know you're ready to flip them.
I like mine a little dark, so that's good. I'm glad those are a little dark.
Yeah.
But no, the edges of the griddle's always going to do that.
Yeah.
So.
You can turn them about halfway through and prevent that.
Yeah.
But see, they'll turn really good every time if you wait till there's bubbles on the top.
Yeah.
And the edges start to look a little dry. They'll turn perfect every time.
That's important, right? You don't want to make a mess out of your pancakes.
You don't want to make a mess.
All right, we got some beautiful pancakes here with some real maple syrup, not that old fake pancake syrup, which is just corn syrup. And we're gonna see what it tastes like. All right, look at that. Here we go. Yep, she did it, y'all. Absolutely did it. As a banana bread pancake, that is absolutely delicious. Good job. I mean, like, honestly, a lot of stuff, these are the first time she's ever tried this stuff, being real with you. And she just thinks about it, writes it down, and becomes a genius. Just like that. So, I mean, just perfect banana bread pancakes. Honestly, it's a new twist on pancakes and banana bread. It's really stinking good, y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That genius over there, her name is Angela Kay. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.